H-1B workers without a priority date yet or a place in line for a green card ask me a lot if they should first knock out their labor certification and I-140 and get an EB2 or an EB3 priority date before they pursue an EB1A, or if they should just go for the EB1A right now. That's going to depend on your individual circumstances, but I do have some thoughts that are pretty universal. One is that I think it's going to surprise a lot of people. If you are born in India, even though EB1A has a pretty short wait time, it's not that short if you're starting now. If you file now, you're not going to be getting a green card for a while because there is a backlog, even in the EB1 category, and the people who are getting it, a lot of them already have a priority date in EB2 or EB3. And so when they get their EB1 approved, they're jumping to the front of the line because they've got this really old priority date, and they are going to be jumping ahead of everybody who has no priority date at all yet. So if you are starting the green card process now, a lot of the times it really makes a ton of sense for you to go along with your employer-sponsored labor certification in I-140. You should know that the timeline is really long, so you're going to be waiting about 5 months for your prevailing wage determination. Then the company is going to do the recruitment, and then there's a mandatory quiet period. As the sponsored worker, you're not part of it at all, and you normally wouldn't have any visibility into it. People freak out a lot when they find out that the recruitment failed. What that means is that the company identified a U.S. worker, at least one U.S. worker who applied for the job and is potentially qualified, can't be ruled out. It is not possible for a company to find a U.S. worker that could fill the position and then turn around and proceed with the labor certification, unless it was a position that had multiple openings and they can hire the U.S. workers and also still hire the sponsored foreign worker. We have seen so many companies back away from labor certifications in the last couple of years for a lot of different reasons. So there are more and more H-1B workers who are creeping toward their 6-year maximum in H-1B status without nailing down a labor certification, without securing a place in the line for a green card. That has pushed a lot of people to ask, well, maybe I should do a national interest waiver on my own. Maybe I should do an EB1A on my own. Those are actually the only two kind of things you can do on your own. So I do think there's just so much demand right now, not because people are like, well, I personally believe I'm at the pinnacle of my career and you know, the EB1A was made for people like me, but because it's like, well, what am I going to do? I'm mid-career. This could be my best bet. So that's a lot of, that's driving a ton of interest in EB1A and in national interest waivers right now, is that people are looking at it as their best option when labor certification is getting harder to get an employer to do. And it takes a really long time. It puts you in a green card line, which is very long.